Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Snakebeater and I am back with a brand new video. Today, guys, I'm talking about ALC settings. These are the best ALC settings to get you 100% better accuracy in Season 14. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and please subscribe. Your notifications on that way you never miss an upload. Right, let's get into it. So, first of all, we're at the top. We got Deadzone. I'll give you a quick, brief description, and then we're going to get into it. Okay, so we got Deadzone, which is basically controls your stick drift. I have that on 8%. I have outer threshold on 1%. This is how your controller interprets max input on your right stick. A higher threshold makes it hit the max input sooner. But I have this on 1. It always recommends 2. Always had it on 1. Response curve is how quickly the game registers your movement of your reticle in response to when you move the thumbstick and how long you keep it in that position. So higher can feel dull and lower can feel twitchy. I have this on 0. I want to have the quickest response I can ever have. So I have that on 0. So as soon as I hit that analog stick, I'm going to ping off. I'm going to get going. Per octave settings, I don't have anything on this because I find that it's just, awkward. Don't really need it. You got your yawn speed and your pitch speed, which basically means your left to right for your yawn and your up and down for your pitch. I have that on 380 for yawn, and I have it on 360 for pitch. Now, these ones don't matter too much. This is obviously when you're looking around. Maybe you're like, oh, I need to turn there to get to the 5. I need to try and get my, me to see where the enemies are so I can lock in, that sort of thing. And then, of course, the pitch speed is obviously, we're looking up, but also it's obviously in control of your reticle when you're obviously doing hip fire. So, it doesn't play a massive part, to be honest. I say when you're nice and close and personal, it doesn't really matter too much. You don't have to obviously worry about that too much. But I've always had these around, say the 380 and the 360, just because it keeps it nice and smooth when I'm trying to find people. Now, the rest of these, I don't really need to dive too much into them because I've got them all on 0. Basically means the extra yawn gives you a little boost if your analog stick hits the end to the left or the right, and that means I could do like a 360 quicker. Same here, if I was like trying to look up quickly to maybe look at a jump tower, I can hit that up to the top and it would ping off and give me some extra speed, but that does kind of mess with your sensitivity quite a lot. Then you've obviously got your turn up ramp time and delay, which basically adds on some time or a delay when you get to the actual end of the stick. So if I push my analog stick all the way up to the top and I had some time delay on it, it would then not kick in the pitch speed, extra pitch, until the delay and the time up ramp was done. So you don't really need that. Now, these are the big ones, okay? Now we got the ADS yawn speed, okay? So the ADS yawn speed is when I'm looking down my scope, moving left to right, okay? Now I have this on a 95, okay? 95, so that way I can move nice and smooth and it's not too shabby. Now that won't feel like 95 to you if you don't have these higher. But let me get to pitch speed. Then I got pitch speed on 50. This obviously is a big part in my recoil control, okay? So if you have this higher, you might find that you struggle with the longer range targets, purely on the basis of obviously if you're like, you'd end up hitting it and it would ping down quite far, and then that's where you'd be a little bit less accurate. Whereas with a lower reticle pitch speed, I can be a little bit more harder on the trigger. Okay, bear in mind, guys, I've got no attachments on, okay? So it makes it a little bit easier for those longer range shots.
Let's go this way.
Now, what I have done, which is very different to a lot of people, I have the ADS yawn speed and ADS pitch speed extra added on, okay? And I have these both at 100. Now, this basically means when I'm looking around, it's not slow at all. Because every single time, like I'm thinking here, I'm holding it as far as I can on the left. I'm holding it as far as I can on the right. Up and down as well. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of speed picked up here, which is helpful in those situations where you're trying to get quickly to a target. Now, you can see there, as soon as I go over the target, the aim assist kicks in. So it doesn't actually matter if you have the extra yawn or pitch speed on, because you're going to get slowed down anyway when you get to the target. The aim assist is going to drag your recoil to the actual target. So having that is not making you at a disadvantage. If anything, it helps, because then if you say, if I was getting shot here and I wanted to quickly turn, I can turn and get there a lot quicker. If I didn't have the extra pitch or yawn on, I wouldn't be able to get there anywhere near as quick. Now, the bonus as well of this is, if I'm shooting at a longer range target, okay, I'm not obviously having to hit my analog stick down to the bottom. So extra pitch and extra yawn do not affect me shooting at this target, because I am not pushing down hard on my analog stick. Okay, I am literally holding down just the tiniest bit so I can stay in control of my recoil. I'm not holding it down all the way, or obviously you'd feel me get pinged down there. All I'm doing is just a small amount of pressure on there to keep the accuracy up. And it really, really does help. Let's say, if I was like back here, aiming at this target, I feel so much more accurate, and I do feel like I lock on a lot easier, and it becomes a lot easier. I mean, that was not a good example, but like so. Obviously, you like to say again, whack some attachments on and say it's a lot easier, but I honestly find that I am so much more accurate having my settings like this. I then do not have any ramp up time or any delay, because once again, if I had that, then these two would not kick in straight away, and I need my extra yawn and extra pitch for when I'm looking around, when I'm scanning and whatnot, so I can move easily. I don't have that issue of like being stuttered and still. Then to finish off, obviously target compensations on, melee compensations on, and I mean if you're on console you might as well have it on default. If you're on PC, you're obviously going to be fixed on PC. If you're planning on moving to PC or planning on playing on tournaments, have it on PC because you're going to need to get used to it. That's pretty much everything, guys. I would love to hear people's feedback if they use these settings and how they get on, because honestly I find I'm just a lot more accurate since using these settings. But yeah, let me know how you get on, and I'll catch you all in the next video.